Living on your own in your later years can transform into one of the most empowering and joyful periods of your life. For many, it's a chance to rediscover themselves, find tranquility, and experience growth on a personal level. Though the idea of being alone may seem intimidating at first, there are countless stories of older individuals who have embraced this lifestyle, finding a range of profound benefits along the way. Let's take a deeper look at these advantages, enriched with real-life examples that make them both relatable and inspiring. One of the most significant benefits of living alone as you age is the opportunity to reconnect with yourself. As you transition from the roles you've played throughout life, whether as a spouse, parent, or caregiver, you suddenly find space to rediscover who you are. For the first time in years, or perhaps decades, you have the freedom to pursue your own passions, interests, and dreams without having to compromise. Take the story of Sarah, for instance, a 67-year-old woman who found herself living on her own for the first time after her children left home and her husband passed away. At first, the silence in her home felt heavy and overwhelming. However, it quickly became clear that this quiet was not something to fear, but a chance to rediscover parts of herself she had long neglected. Sarah, who had always loved painting, had not touched a brush in years due to the demands of family life. Now, with her newfound solitude, she decided to transform a spare room into a dedicated art studio. She began painting every day, not to please anyone else, but simply for herself. "It felt like I was meeting myself again for the first time in years," Sarah said. "I'm reconnecting with the person I was before life's responsibilities took over." This story of rediscovery isn't just about hobbies. Many people find that living alone allows them the time and space to reflect on their past decisions, revisit old interests, or even start completely new pursuits. The ability to engage in activities solely for your own enjoyment can bring immense satisfaction. Another aspect of living alone that many people cherish is the freedom and independence it brings. You have the liberty to make all the decisions in your life, from how to structure your day to what meals you want to prepare, or even whether you feel like cooking at all. This autonomy extends to every corner of your existence, giving you full control over your environment. Consider John, a 73-year-old man who, after the passing of his wife, moved into a smaller, more manageable home. The decision to downsize was entirely his, and it was a choice he treasured. "I didn't have to think about anyone else's preferences, just my own," John said. It was a freeing feeling. Now, in his new space, John has taken up gardening, a hobby his wife had never shown much interest in. He delights in the hours he spends outside tending to his plants, feeling no guilt about neglecting anyone. "It's my time, my space, and my choice," he smiles, relishing in the sense of freedom. Independence, however, doesn't only refer to the physical space you inhabit. It extends to your emotional and mental state as well. Living alone allows you to establish routines that fit your natural rhythm, whether it's sleeping in, eating your favorite meals, or decorating your home exactly as you wish. There's a profound sense of empowerment that comes with these choices, knowing that every decision, big or small, belongs to you. Living alone also fosters an environment of peace and quiet, something that becomes more precious with age. Many older individuals find that peace is not just a luxury, but a necessity. The absence of others' noise and distractions gives you the chance to curate an environment of calm, allowing you to engage with the world on your terms. You can choose when to socialize and when to retreat into your own sanctuary. Maria, a 70-year-old woman, is a perfect example of how silence can become a cherished companion. After decades of raising children and sharing a home with her partner, Maria found that she deeply valued the quietude that now defined her life. Her mornings, in particular, have become a source of tranquility. "I wake up to the sound of birds instead of an alarm clock or someone else's demands," she says. "The stillness is calming and peaceful. It's the perfect way to start my day." Many older individuals, like Maria, find that the ability to embrace silence in their own space is one of the greatest pleasures of living alone. Alongside peace, living independently also brings a renewed sense of purpose. Without the constant obligations of caring for others or managing a busy household, many people find that they can finally focus on their own growth and well-being. They become more attuned to their physical, emotional, and mental needs, and are able to prioritize self-care in a way they may have never had the time or energy to do before. For some, this might mean taking up new forms of exercise, engaging in creative activities, or simply learning to appreciate the quiet moments in life. In addition, living alone often encourages personal growth in ways that are both surprising and rewarding. The absence of distractions allows you to reflect more deeply on your past and your future. You may begin to think about things you've never had time for before, such as the legacy you want to leave behind or the personal goals you want to achieve. In conclusion, while the thought of living alone in your later years can be daunting at first, it can also open doors to a more fulfilling and enriching life. The freedom to rediscover yourself, the independence to make your own choices, the peace and quiet to reflect and recharge. These are just a few of the benefits that await those who embrace solitude. By sharing stories of people like Sarah, John, and Maria, we can see how living alone is not just about aging in solitude, but about creating a space for personal growth, joy, and fulfillment. So, if you find yourself facing this new chapter, know that it can be an opportunity for transformation, renewal, and deep satisfaction. In her quiet morning moments, Maria finds a sense of peace she never realized she needed. As she settles into her favorite chair with a warm cup of coffee, she savors the calm, undisturbed silence. This stillness has become essential for her well-being, offering a space to clear her mind and plan her day without distractions. It's a time for deep reflection and meditation, a daily practice she cherishes. The quiet enables her to recharge emotionally and mentally, which she believes is crucial for maintaining balance in her life. When living on your own, you gain complete control over your environment. Your home becomes a personal sanctuary, one where you determine how it looks, feels, and functions. While it might seem like a simple benefit, the freedom to shape your surroundings according to your preferences holds a powerful impact. There's no need to compromise or adjust for anyone else's tastes. Every space can be tailored exactly to your needs, creating an atmosphere that's truly your own. Tom, a 68-year-old widower, discovered this when he downsized to a smaller apartment after his wife passed away. For years, he had longed for a minimalist living space, but this was impossible when he shared a home with his wife. Now, in his new apartment, he has designed it exactly how he envisioned. A clean, minimalist environment filled with natural light. It's a place that brings him joy because everything in it has a purpose. "It's my sanctuary," he says. "Every part of this space is exactly how I want it to be." This is the power of having control over your space. Tom's apartment is a reflection of who he is, free from compromise, and filled with the things that matter most to him. Living alone grants the opportunity to create a space that truly mirrors your personality and needs. Whether you prefer a minimalist style like Tom or an eclectic collection of art and vibrant colors, your home becomes an authentic representation of yourself. The ability to curate your environment based on your unique preferences adds an extra layer of fulfillment and contentment to life. Spending time alone also nurtures a deeper connection with yourself. Solitude allows for introspection, providing an invaluable opportunity to heal and process life's experiences. For many, it's a time to reflect on unresolved emotions and better understand one's inner thoughts and desires. Gloria, a 74-year-old widow, has lived alone for the past 5 years, a journey that's helped her connect more deeply with herself. "When my husband passed away, I didn't know how to move forward," she shares. "But over time, I learned to enjoy my own company. I began journaling and reflecting on my life in ways I hadn't before. Through this process, Gloria found healing. Living alone allowed her to address the grief of losing her partner, accept her new life, and discover a peace within herself that had been missing for so long. This journey inward led to greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and an understanding of who she had become. By embracing solitude, she discovered how transformative it could be for her emotional well-being. Ironically, living alone can also strengthen connections with others. In the absence of constant social interaction, you begin to appreciate the relationships that matter most, creating space for more meaningful connections. For example, Joe, a 72-year-old retiree, moved to a new city after his wife's passing. Initially, he felt isolated, but he soon realized that being alone didn't mean being lonely. I started reaching out to old friends and joining local clubs, he explains. I began hosting small dinners and getting to know people in my community. The relationships I've built are deeper and more fulfilling than ever. Joe's experience shows that living alone allows you to engage with others from a place of genuine desire rather than obligation. When you're not constantly surrounded by people, you're free to prioritize relationships that truly enrich your life, instead of maintaining connections out of necessity or habit. The result is a stronger, more meaningful social network. There's a unique joy that comes from solitude, one that can be deeply fulfilling. It's easy to think of being alone as a negative experience, but for many, it offers a chance to truly connect with oneself and the world in a way that's often overlooked in the hustle of everyday life. This joy comes from having the freedom to explore your own thoughts, passions, and desires without distraction. It's a time to cultivate personal growth and self-acceptance, which ultimately leads to a richer, more rewarding life. For those who live alone, the experience of solitude can be a powerful tool for healing, growth, and connection. It offers an opportunity to gain clarity, reflect on life's journey, and create meaningful relationships that are based on true connection rather than obligation. In this space of independence and self-discovery, living alone becomes not just a necessity, but a path to greater peace and fulfillment. As we grow older, solitude can become a powerful source of strength and peace. It's not about feeling isolated. Rather, it's about learning to enjoy and appreciate your own company. In fact, embracing solitude in later years can lead to a profound sense of fulfillment that may be hard to find amidst the chaos of a busy life. Consider the story of Lily, a 71-year-old woman who, after her husband's passing, found herself living alone for the first time in her life. At first, the silence was overwhelming and loneliness crept in. However, as time passed, Lily began to rediscover the joy of her own presence. I started taking long walks in the park, something I never had time for before, she explains. I'd bring a book, sit by the lake, and just enjoy the stillness. It became my time to reflect, connect with nature, and find peace in the quiet. Lily's experience is a powerful reminder that solitude doesn't have to be feared. It's an opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to find contentment without the need for constant social interaction. It's a chance to enjoy life on your own terms, at your own pace. Solitude can bring clarity and peace, allowing you to embrace the present moment and appreciate the simple pleasures of life. One of the most valuable aspects of living alone as you get older is the opportunity for personal growth. Without the constant demands of others, you have the space to reflect, set new goals, and pursue your passions. It's a time for self-discovery, for thinking deeply about what truly matters to you. Take Frank, for example. At 70, after losing his wife, Frank decided to finally pursue his long-held dream of writing. I always wanted to write, but life just got in the way, he says. Now that I'm on my own, I have the time and space to focus on it. Writing has become a way for me to process my thoughts and experiences. Frank's story shows how living alone can be a transformative period, full of personal development and newfound purpose. Whether it's learning something new, picking up a forgotten hobby, or simply taking the time to reflect, solitude allows for growth without the distractions that often come with sharing your life with others. Living alone can also bring a new sense of simplicity and clarity. When you're not juggling the needs of others, life becomes much less complicated. You can focus on what truly matters to you and let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Helen, a 69-year-old retiree, downsized to a smaller apartment after her children moved out. "I realized I didn't need all the things I'd accumulated over the years," she shares. "Living alone gave me the chance to simplify my life. Now, I focus on what's important: my health, my hobbies, and the relationships that truly enrich my life." Helen's story demonstrates how solitude can encourage you to declutter not just your physical space, but also your mental and emotional space. By simplifying your life, you can focus on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment, free from the distractions and demands that come with living with others. Living alone in your older years is not just about solitude. It's about creating a life that brings you peace, joy, and a deeper connection with yourself. Many others, like Sarah, John, and Maria, have found this to be a time of immense transformation. It's a time to rediscover who you are, what you love, and how you want to spend your time. You may even find that living alone allows you to live more authentically, building a life that reflects your true desires and values. If you're already living alone, take a moment to reflect on the beauty of this lifestyle. Appreciate the freedom it offers, the peace it brings, and the personal growth it can spark. If you're considering it, know that it's a journey that can lead to immense satisfaction. Living alone in your later years is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's an opportunity to build a stronger relationship with yourself, to explore your passions, and to live life on your own terms. So, whether you're already walking this path or thinking about it, remember that the joy of living alone is a gift that brings self-love, independence, and peace. And remember, it's never too late to start creating the life you want. Embrace solitude, and you'll discover a world of possibilities waiting for you. Keep moving forward, and don't forget to celebrate the journey. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found it inspiring, make sure to like and subscribe. There's so much more to explore, and I'd love for you to be part of this journey. Keep tuning in for more motivational content that'll encourage you to embrace life with open arms. Your best years are ahead of you.